Good morning, welcome to the EGX vlog. I haven't done all 4 days before actually, ever. It's over in XL London, which is a huge convention centre in London, which is usually where the Comic Cons happen, so I'll be back there in 2 weeks time for London Comic Con. I have a lot to do actually over the 4 days, and there's a lot I want to do, but today's goal is there's a panel I would like to see, which is the Baldur's Gate 3 voice actors Q&A. Love to see that. I'm also going to bring my Baldur's Gate art book because my mission, hopefully over the 4 days, is to get all the cast to sign it, because that would be lovely. I also have a couple of people that I'm going to meet up with. I'm going to meet up with my friend and Limit Break mentee Chloe today, hopefully. I'm also going to meet up with my friend Karis, who is also an awesome games person. And it's too early for me, I've completely blanked their actual job title, but they are very cool and I love them very much. So yeah, let's get ready, look presentable. I also am in a panel today. Yeah, my morning brain is not switched on yet. So yeah, that's the most important thing today, is I'm in a panel later on about 3:30 discussing with a wonderful panel of people how to get into the games industry and the different kind of routes you can get into games. So yeah, it's going to be really fun. So let's get ready and see what we see. Fit check. Not the best angle. Just having a little break. I've been and had like a little look around all of the... Let me do this, it's really awkward doing vlogging in real life. So I've just had a little break. I've gone around everywhere, just as a little where is everything. Looks really good. New for this year though, just behind me, there is the Platinum Suite. Platinum Suite is part of EGX, but it's also part of the Investment Summit, which is new to EGX. So this is a separate ticket, so obviously you couldn't go in, but it's meant to be sort of more business related, networking with sort of industry developers, publishers, that sort of stuff. So we've got a cool little, they gave me a timetable just so I could see what was on there, and it looks really useful for developers and publishers. So there's even we've got a Square Enix collective representing there later today, but yeah, that was really interesting. I'm just going to have a little break, sit down for 5 minutes, and hopefully start seeing people I know soon, meeting up and playing games.
I will say as well, you might notice that we have a little mic in the centre. Good.
I wasn't aware of it, so I was being Danny. Okay, cool. I will announce your pathway, and then you'll...
Very, very competitive, especially if it's a niche, so I'm in narrative, there aren't that.
Woo! Thank you to EGX.
So, you might have noticed I'm back home in my pyjamas again. That's because I had such a crazy, amazing, but busy afternoon that I forgot to film anything that happened past the panel that I was in. So first of all, big love and thank you to the My Armada team, especially Nigel and Tazzy and the lovely panelists I was with, Quang and Tori. The panel was really good fun. I very much enjoyed it, and it was such a lovely way to explore the conversation surrounding getting into a career in games. I thought it was really just unique and just had a really fun time. So thank you guys for asking me to be a part of that panel. It was so much fun. Secondly, after that panel happened, I came out, I was talking to a lot of lovely different people. I met so many wonderful people, and then it was like a train, like a domino effect, one after the other, of people that I knew just started appearing out of nowhere. So I bumped into a load of wonderful people that I love and know, and as I was also doing that, I saw the whole team from Larian that came. So it wasn't just some of the VAs that were at EGX on the Thursday. It was also a lot of their, I think, like cinematics and like art department were also there to support the VAs, which was so lovely to see. And I was very lucky enough to bump into them after they were taking a group photo. And I didn't want to be awkward. I feel like I sometimes am. I didn't want to be awkward, but I did approach them, and I managed to get some of the signatures in my art collection book. So success. I did get some of the team that worked on it, as well as Dave Jones, who's the voice of Halcyon, and Jennifer English. Yes, this way around. Jennifer English. Oh, look at that double chin. Who voices Shadowheart. So there were only 2 voice actors I managed to get in the book, but I got a lot of lovely other wonderful members of Larian to sign it, including cinematic team, tech art, QA. So big thank you to anyone at Larian who signed this book. It's very special. It means a lot to me. The game is just like my favorite game of all time, honestly. So the quest will continue when I go to Comic-Con in a couple of weeks, because I believe the cast is also going to be there. Otherwise, I got to spend the day with loads of wonderful people, especially my Limit Break mentee, Chloe. We had such a lovely time together. I accidentally abandoned them after the panel because everything got super hectic, so I lost them, and then I found them, which is great. We had dinner and it was great. I'll see them tomorrow as well. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up today and we're gonna move on to day 2, which you will see in just a second. Day 2, let's go. Hello and welcome to Midnight Kitchen with me, your host. I'm just back after EGX Day 2. Fantastic. Again, just been like so good. I was able to get around to playing some games today. I did a lot of student games today, which was awesome. Big love to any of the students that showcased at EGX, because there's some amazing things being made. I also got to see a couple of panels, one about narrative and audio, one about diversity in narrative, and finally I got to see the new D&D group Natural 6 do their first ever live one-shot, which was such a treat. Then something very surreal happened, and I ended up going to a hotel bar to drink and socialise with a lot of game dev people, including the cast of Natural 6. And I had the most wonderful conversation with Doug Cockle, who's an absolute sweetheart, and we were just like talking about lots of random things, and it was very lovely. So yeah, overall a wonderful day 2. And sometimes you just have to like stop and think when you're surrounded by like so many lovely people in the industry, like, wow, I work in a cool industry. So yes, it's very late. I have had a Bailey's nightcap and I'm now waiting for a sausage roll in the oven to set me to sleep. And I'm not going to be up early tomorrow. I'm going to have a later start for the Saturday. I know it's going to be a busier day, so I'm not looking forward to that. But yes, tomorrow is going to be a new day and we'll see what happens. Let's try and do a cool transition. Ready? EGX day 3! So today we are gonna just mosey around. There's a lot of people today. I knew it was gonna be busier, but yeah, it's very, very busy today. There's a lot of stuff going on, so yeah, let's just run around and see what we can find. So it's getting to the end of the day and had a lovely day. It's been really cool. I've been able to spend it with some friends. It's going to be a bit more like networky. Was able to see a couple of panels, but now it's after hours technically, and there's this D&D thing, the life-size D&D. We've managed to get a slot, and in about 10-15 minutes we're all going to be dressed up and doing like live action D&D with these guys. So there's a little bit of confusion. The D&D thing, they were told they could open till 8 and then security came around and kicked us all out. But one of the people were really, really lovely and they still took us around very quickly on the inside just so we could see. I'm going to be back tomorrow, but 3 of my friends won't be. So hopefully I can get a spot tomorrow. The security guards were eager to get everyone out. So we promptly left. But hey, that wraps up day 3. I'm going to do a little summary when I get back because I'm too tired. You get a lovely treat of my wonderful bathroom and the bathroom lighting. So I guess really quickly to wrap up day 3, it was very social heavy, which is great. I think this EGX is generally more social than I've ever done any EGX before. I've barely played games, so tomorrow's priority is to play as many games as I possibly can, and especially the ones I've had my eye on. It was a shame about the D&D experience. I'm hoping I can get a slot tomorrow morning. I think there was a bit of confusion, so the guys at the live D&D experience, I think they were told that they could run through the after hours until 8 PM, and then the staff and security came around and basically told us off because we shouldn't be in that area. And then the D&D people were like, but this is like creator and industry time, they can play, and they were like, no, you're not meant to be here. And it was a little bit like, but still, it was so lovely of them to still like take us around very quickly just so we could see, because 3 of my friends aren't going to be there tomorrow, so it's just going to be me. I'm meeting up with 2 people for sure that I'm very much looking forward to. Hopefully we can get a D&D slot and then get a couple of games in. So yeah, that's the day. I'm going to go to bed and have a better night's sleep and get back to EGX between like 10 and 11 tomorrow, just to make the most out of the day, because there's no late evenings tomorrow. It shuts at 6. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Welcome to day 4 of EGX, and I'm with Jade. So today we're just gonna have a chill one. I think we're gonna browse some of the shops. We've just seen a talk from the narrative peeps, which is awesome, and yeah, we're just gonna finish off the day and have a little look around and have some fun. So it's been 2 days since EGX, it's now Tuesday, and I just wanted to wrap up this mini vlog by discussing some of the highs and lows. Maybe if you're interested in going to EGX next year, what my recommendations would be, if you care about my recommendations. Something that I really enjoyed this year that I felt was stronger than the previous years were the panels. The quality of the panels I felt were really good. There was plenty of them, there was lots of variety, and there were loads of industry professionals that came to do talks, which I thought was just really insightful, especially if you're looking to get into the industry, or you're in the industry and you kind of want to ask more questions, learn more, network. I felt like that aspect was really strong and I really enjoyed it. As always, I really enjoy like the indie sections. The student showcase was also super strong this year. I didn't get a chance to play any of the left field collection games this year, unfortunately, but the ones I saw, again, looked so good, and they're definitely a highlight for me. There was more cosplay this year than I had ever seen in years that I've been previously, which I think is a good thing. I enjoy the fact that there's cosplay there. It builds more community. We've got a Comic-Con in 2 weeks as well, so I feel like there was a lot of people who had maybe more costumes prepared, ready for Comic-Con. I don't know, but it was just nice to have more of a cosplay community that was visible this time around, whereas previous years I've maybe only seen like a handful. Now on to not necessarily like the things I hated, but maybe some areas that I felt weren't as strong as previous years. There were a few notable releases, like game releases, publishers and developers there. Like there was Call of Duty, there was Persona 3, there was Nintendo. I feel like there weren't a lot of big titles there. There were a few, but maybe it would have been nice to see, I don't know, some Sony or some Xbox or some more bigger titles. The artist alley was super small. I think there was maybe 6 stalls. Again, I love an artist alley. That's one of my favorite parts of conventions, and to see it be so small was a little bit, I don't know, sad. I love independent artists, so it would have been nice to see more independent artists kind of showcasing their work or having stalls. A very minor thing is that they put the theatre next to the arena space. So the arena space is where you play all the fighting games, the competitions, and especially the Tekken tournament. And the theatre is kind of more secluded, specific talks. I struggled at times to hear those talks because the arena was so loud. So I think in future it would be good to see those two spaces separated a bit more, or maybe some better mixing of the volumes, because even with the giant curtain around the theatre, it was still so loud. Overall, there were some lovely people there. I think if you're going there to network, it's such a great event to network. There's so many things to get involved with, especially if next year the panels are the same quality as they were this year. Fantastic place to network, especially with indie developers and students too. I always like looking at student showcase stuff because I like to see the new and upcoming talent to the industry. What are people bringing? What are the vibes? Who are these people who are gonna define a new generation of gaming? You know, I love meeting those people. I think 4 days is a little excessive. I went for 4 days because I was able to spend a lot every single day, in fact, speaking to different people. I know a lot of people up and down the country, and this kind of event does bring people together. So I was able to see old friends, go for lunch with friends that I haven't seen in ages in the industry, bump into people who I hadn't seen in ages that had come from all over. So if that's what you plan to do, then yeah, maybe you want to go for the full 4 days. I think if you're just somebody who enjoys playing the games, isn't bothered in networking, maybe isn't like super into the industry talks either, I reckon you could have a great time with 1, maybe 2 days, right? I reckon you could go for 2 days and you'd still get everything you want to get out of it. However, if you're wanting to play all the games, see as many talks as possible, network, then maybe 3 to 4 days is probably more your speed. Personally, my favourite days were Thursday and Friday. Thursdays are my favourite days because they're the most quiet and it gives me a chance to just relax into things, have a nosy around. Also, my favourite panel was on Thursday, which was the Baldur's Gate panel. Also biased, my panel was on Thursday, which I very much enjoyed doing. So if you're wanting something a little bit more chill, and maybe it's your first time, you don't want to do the 4 days, Thursday, Friday I think is a really good option to go for. Yeah, that's it for EGX 2023. I hope you enjoyed this mini vlog. I'm hoping to post more in the future about the various nerdy events that I go to, and obviously some more Dev Talk and Tea soon. So if you have any suggestions for things that you want to see either in a vlog or perhaps discuss as part of Dev Talk and Tea, as always, leave anything in the comments below, and thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye!